क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन या एग्जामिनेशन इन चीफ ये सभी एविडेंस एक्ट के पार्ट हैं और मदर जो स्टैट्यूट है वो है एविडेंस एक्ट। एविडेंस एक्ट 1872 में बना और जो फ्रेमर इस एक्ट के हैं, आप शायद नाम जानते हो या न जानते हो, मैं उनका नाम बताऊं, मशहूर जूरिस्ट और लेजिस्लेचर जेम्स फिट्जमैन स्टीफन, ये ब्रिटिश लेजिस्लेचर थे और उनको ये दायित्व दिया गया कि इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट 1872 को ड्राफ्ट करें। और उस आदमी की तारीफ करनी चाहिए कि उन्होंने एक सपना देखा होगा, एक स्वप्न देखा होगा कि कैसा एविडेंस एक्ट बनाया जाए जिसके आधार पर आज से करीब 125 वर्ष से भी पहले ये एक्ट बनी। उसमें टोटल 167 सेक्शंस हैं और वो 167 सेक्शंस आज भी रेलिवेंट है, आज भी हमारी सारी परिस्थितियों को वो कोप अप करती है, उसको कवर करती है। और 167 सेक्शन से ऊपर आज तक कोई बात नहीं हुई है इंडियन जुडिशरी एविडेंस या क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन चीफ को लेकर। आज का जो वर्कशॉप है, क्योंकि उसमें जो मेन मुद्दा है वह है रेलिवेंट इश्यूज, जो इश्यूज, फैक्ट्स इन इश्यूज एंड रेलिवेंट फैक्ट्स। पूरा क्रॉस एग्जामिनेशन और एग्जामिनेशन इन चीफ इसी दो बिंदु पे घूमती है कि व्हाट इज फैक्ट्स इन इशू एंड व्हाट इज रेलिवेंट फैक्ट। क्योंकि फैक्ट्स इन इशू रेलिवेंट फैक्ट के आधार पे ही वो डिसाइड होती है। अब रेलिवेंट फैक्ट्स क्या है? ये आर्ट एक तरह का आर्ट है जो एक लॉयर सिलेक्ट करता है इश्यूज को अचीव करने के लिए। कैसे प्रोसिक्यूशन, अगर हम प्लेंटिफ हैं तो हमें अपने केस को कैसे प्रूफ करना है।
Inherent quality of a man, and which is developed with the passage of time by experience and by your devotions. Now, when you make a cross to a witness, you should be vigilant what you are going to put, what the witness is, and you can also assail his character. You are also assail his background, and you can put your case. Even a witness coming to the witness box, only producing some documents. Once the witness comes in, you have right to put all the questions. And secondly, when a person even makes some examination chief and you want to put all the questions relevant to the case, you have to put it. But before you have to go to the cross-exam, because sometimes cross-exam is so fatal to the case, even you demolish your own case by your cross-examination. Now certain qualities which my letter friend also defined, R.K. Sharma, all these facts which are mentioned are correct ones. These are the one of the fundamentals of the cross-examination also. And how to make a cross. Now when you go and what we mean by cross-examination, when you are putting some persons come, file an affidavit, file an affidavit, or comes in with box, you make cross-examination that way. And when you cross-examine, you must be master of your subject. Your case, what your case is, what the law connected with it. If you are failing in it, you will not be able to bring the witness. Some even interested witness may come, some relation may come, and some person who is having background with a bad character may come in the witness box. Now you can put the questions regarding his character, regarding his background, to show whether this man is credible, whether he should be relied upon, whether the lens can be placed. But if the evidence is relevant, irrespective of all other things, court can take it to constitution. Now, sometimes and when you are in a civil case, never ask other party to come in the witness box as your witness. Otherwise, you will demolish your entire case. And I have seen number of cases, even in Jaipur and Delhi, where a opposite party has called the 24 their witnesses in the witness box and lose the entire case. Even the other party has not left the evidence, still the case was won. So therefore, always take precaution only to examine witnesses who are known to you, who is conversant with the facts, and depose in regard to the case in your favor. The moment you call other party in the witness box, he will certainly demolish your entire case, and it will go against you. Recently, I am facing one case in Tizari also. In that case, also the other party examined my client, who was a partner in the partnership firm, and it deposed everything in favor of the plaintiff, and the court said, what I have to say? Your case is proved in all respect. You have no defense now. So therefore, what they say is your vision must be clear, your study must be clear, and all these aspects to be gone into. Then other facts which we have to take into consideration. When you go for cross-examination, which is very relevant, and what is the purpose of cross-examination? Number one, to test truthfulness, intelligence, memory and bias, and interest of the witness. If you show the witness has interest in it, and he is not truthful, his testimony can be discarded. And when you put the person some question or some evidence is before you, you must put all questions relevant to the case. If you leave anything, you don't touch those points, remain and cross-examine, court may assert that testimony is correct. Unchallenged testimony will go against you. This fact has also been taken into account while cross-examining the witness. And when you make a cross-examination, and sometimes we say the hostile witness is, but the other party declare their own witness to be hostile. But in entire evidence, there is no word hostile. Nowhere has been defined the word hostile. The witness can be declared to be hostile. You can confront the witness under section 145 and 155 of the Evidence Act. And secondly, even the testimony which the man has given, and you are putting a leading question to him, that statement will be taken to be inadmissible testimony. It cannot be used against you. Then, so far as other part is concerned, when you are cross-examining the witness, you have to demolish the other case. You have to show the witness who is coming over there. He will not be truthful. He is not a truthful witness. He is telling something false.